So good night to all, and welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude in a Couch. Tonight, I'm joined by the band Without Waves, who just released an album last month called Comedian. And so, guys, introduce yourself and let the audience know what you do in the band.
I'm Anthony, vocalist, guitar player.
I'm Zach. I play guitar.
Nice. And I was before you joined, Anthony, I was saying offline to Zach, like I was listening to the album, and it's just, the album has so many changes that you guys are like in my opinion, the new Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh, thanks, man. That's a very, very big compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys, you go like the song, especially like when you think about the song for Good Grief, and that I saw the video, that song is like a perfect representation of the album, and it really goes through different time signatures. And something that I loved about the music video was the humor in it, and I actually have a picture from the music video. No, that's not it. Sorry about that.
All good.
I don't know why that popped in. Where's the picture from the music video? Okay, I had it. So talk to me a little bit about the making of the music video.
That was a pretty arduous process. As far as, so we did essentially a 3-day shoot within a 2-day time period. As far as capturing like the basketball game and the band performance. I would say one of the most difficult aspects of that video was actually finding a venue to shoot it in, like a gym that we could utilize in that fashion. So that actually took probably the most time overall. And once we got that locked in, everything else kind of came together pretty easily overall. It was a really, really nice, I think, joint effort. We originally came up with the idea of it being like a 4-on-4 basketball game. And then the videographer, Dustin Smith, he's the one that sort of pointed us in the direction of 4-on-4, like good without waves versus bad without waves. And I think that changed like the whole dynamic of the video. And we wanted it to be something kind of campy and funny, because the record itself, deals with some serious themes and topics, but most music videos, I don't know. We went through a couple of like different like ideas that were a little bit more serious, and then this one was just fun, And so I think I'm glad you liked it. So
I want to show the picture, but I don't know what happened. Damn technology, but I'll put it.
I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know what screen or shot you liked. Yeah, I had
a screenshot of you guys at the end, like with the white t-shirts, and you're like high-fiving.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought it was hilarious because you're playing like against yourself, and it's a super funny like video, and it's obviously the music is serious, but that video was awesome. And obviously it's good to have like funny videos, but Comedian, the album, I wanted to ask you, what inspired the title Comedian?
Oh boy. That's always kind of a tough one. Do you want to take a crack at it, or should I?
I can take a crack at it. I do think so. The title Comedian actually came from Zach. So Zach is the one who I think got to that title, because we were throwing a couple of different things around, but like the title itself to me is pretty it's different. I think it's in that way, in a very generalistic way, representative of the record, because the record's got a lot of different stuff going on and things like that. But the way that it instructs, I guess, some of the themes throughout the record. One thing that Zach and I and our other bandmates, John and Gary, had been talking about, what comedians are a very unique, comedy is a very unique truth-telling art form, right? And for me and how I relate to the record, one of the phrases that I think of is, there is humor in human tragedy. There are times in which you have to kind of like look back and laugh at things. But a lot of the themes in the record are about kind of working your way through difficulty, And if you're not able to, find humor in that from time to time, I feel sorry for you, because I think that's a very useful tool. Zach, though, I think there's some
Yeah.
other aspects you could touch on. So.
Yeah, and I think part of the title came from the fact that often what makes something funny is being able to look at something in a way that you've never really looked at it before. Like often, like, a joke, it's really just a comedian just pointing out the obvious. You just maybe never thought of it that way. And the record has a lot to do with perspective. And I see that as kind of is a similar thing, because you can look at something one way, then another way it could mean a completely different thing. And so
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. Yeah.
similarities between what we tried to accomplish on the record and what I think comedians try to accomplish sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was, obviously this is your third album. I was listening to your previous albums, and I can see, like the progression of the band. This album, I read, if I'm not mistaken, they was self-produced, and obviously it's your first album with a major label. So how was the experience, working with a major label for the release of this album?
It's been good. We've been with Prosthetic, actually released the last record too.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, they did Lunar with us, and so this is the second one that we've done with them. But then, definitely self-produced along with this time around. We worked with Rollin Weary. Became a great friend of ours, but we had worked with him off and on in the past in various recording settings. And he did a spectacular job. Really, really, really taking us to, I think, where we needed to be. We were trying to kind of capture the essence of the record. We fiddled a lot with tone. We fiddled a lot with different guitars and different amps and in different parts of certain songs and things like that. And so we had a really great working relationship with him, on top of Prosthetic, who frankly just let us kind of, we just did our thing, and they weren't very involved at all as far as that side until we, turned the record in, So
that's nice. They gave you creative control, and you were speaking about songs with different tones and layers. And a good example of that is Set and Setting. That's a song that in the middle of the song, it changes tone completely. And listening to it, I had to look down. I'm like, am I listening to the same song? I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's something I like, that it kept you, it kept you on your toes. That's why I made the Dillinger Escape Plan comparison. But as you were telling me, you're a huge Deftones fan, and I felt some Deftones in there.
Oh, sure,
And
yeah.
offline, I was speaking to Zach that I'm going to show the album cover of Comedian because I think it's a great cover. What the hell is happening? Why is this still show to me?
So this is our cover. This is
no,
I'm kidding.
Let me see if what the hell's going on. Every time that I try to put the picture, I get something else. Okay.
That's all good, dude.
Let me see if I can get the okay, I'll figure it out. So yeah, the album cover, it has the flamingo on it, and it really looks great. What inspired the album cover?
So the cover, kind of like what we were talking about with the different perspectives at play. Mm-hmm. The cover really represented that very, very well, because it looks like an act of violence. It looks like it's gory and there's blood and stuff. But what's actually going on is that that's what they call crop milk. So that's the bird's trying to feed the baby bird. So that's what they regurgitate to feed it. It just looks like blood.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I really like that something that looks violent is actually an act of nourishment.
No, it looks really great. And I'm going to fix something here because people have to see the cover. And I don't know why it's giving me trouble now. That's why technology sometimes sucks. But yeah, the album cover's great. Let's see if I can do it quickly. So tell me, while I'm trying to figure this out, what are your favorite songs in the album and why?
That's a cool question. Wow,
Yeah.
that's tough. Yeah, I think it's for me. It's kind of changed over time. Um,
That's for me too.
yeah, yeah. I would say right now, I have been really enjoying set and setting actually, and we are in process of we had our record release show about a month ago in Chicago, and we played a set of mostly songs from the record. We didn't play the record all the way through, but set and setting was one of the songs that we didn't play. And now that we've been kind of playing it again, that one has kind of like, I don't know, I've been really into that song, at least from a performance standpoint. I love the dynamics, like we were kind of talking about, right? That's a very visceral song, arguably like maybe the heaviest song on the record.
Guys, finally.
All right, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, but that would
Finally.
be my favorite song right now. So
Yeah, so finally we're watching the cover of the album. And I was talking to Zach offline that the cover of this album, do you remember 2016's Gore where they had the flamingos flying? I'm like, this should have been the album cover because you're actually showing some gore in it. And
that's a good point. That's a good point. I'm really glad they didn't ever discover this.
Yes, and they had that cover which there was no gore at all in that cover.
No.
So what inspired this cover? Because it's really interesting. You have the flamingo eating the other flamingo, then feeding the other flamingo.
We were struggling pretty hard, like trying to figure out how to encapsulate I guess the meaning of the record within a piece of art. And we've worked with artists before who, done great things for us. Like Travis Smith did our last record, and he did such a cool job with Lunar. But like, I think we were coming across a lot of different ideas, and then Zach eventually also found this photo. And I remember when you sent it to me, Zach, and it just felt so right.
So this is an actual photo. It's not. It's those are real birds.
Those are real, yeah.
And they're not hurting each other. They're just both trying to feed the baby.
Well, apparently the one in the top looks like it. But I think this is what's happening. The one in the top is the mother, and she's yelling at the dad to feed the baby right.
That's probably what's happening there, man. Yeah, I just. But I love that though, right? Because whether you're familiar with what that is or not, it's a very provocative image. It causes someone to kind of look at it and then look at it again, and that's kind of how we want people, or we hope people. It's up to them. It's their experience, but that's how we were hoping people would kind of like discover the record, and or not through the album, but just as they're listening. Like we've heard from a lot of like different reviews and things like that. Like one of the things is like it's a nice repeat listen record, which I take that as a huge compliment, because most of the albums that I love are all repeat listens where you hear something new every time and things like that.
Yeah, that's why I had to listen to it to catch different things. For example, the last 3 songs, Day 15, Worlds Apart, and 7. 7 is like a long song. It's slower, really softer vocals. That's what I love that about it. That one that had like some Deftones tinge to it on that song, to me, a little bit on the 7. It reminded me a little bit of that, remembering White Pony, the Pink Maggot, before it was before they changed it with the rap.
The Back to School track.
Yeah, because the original song has none of the rapping.
It was just like, I remember that was the last track on that record.
That was the last track on White Pony.
Yeah.
So that I find that's very interesting, and I think I can show now the picture of you guys playing. What the hell is with this? I don't know why it doesn't.
It's okay. That looks like a good festival. Yeah.
Yes, it's in Minneapolis. If you guys are there.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I was interviewing a band from there, and that's Minneapolis. But yeah, at least we got to show the album cover, which is really amazing. And so that's a picture. Where did you find that picture?
Boy, that actually kind of went viral a little bit, like a couple years ago, and I had two different friends share it with me over the years who are each just fans of birds. So it just, yeah, just
No,
got shared.
it's a really provocative picture, and it really, captures the essence of the album. So I think Anthony spoke about his favorite song. What is your favorite song on the album, Zach?
Oh boy, that's really tough. It's kind of
Choose
at the
wisely.
moment.
Choose wisely.
Yeah.
I whispered it. Yeah. Okay.
Oddly enough, I think at the moment it might be Sleep Deep.
Okay.
I really enjoy Sleep Deep. 'Cause actually, that's probably the song that I was the least involved with, like creatively.
Hey, I finally got it. You
Okay.
try until you succeed.
Yes,
And yes, that's
indeed.
the picture of you guys playing
Persevere. If you
basketball.
look at the pure joy in Zach's face, though, after hitting that final shot, though. I mean,
What's funny about that photo, though, is that was the last thing that we did after 12-hour days of filming.
Oh my God, it was 12 hours they should filming.
long day.
We had to be there at like 7 a.m. And I mean, we were in basketball shorts outside when it was, I don't know, 15 degrees out or something like that. Like it was
It was
those were
cold.
2 long days. So when we got to that final shot, like there's truth in our reactions today. We were very happy that was the last thing that we were going to do.
Who's the old guy in the music video?
That's Rodney. That's Rodney. He's Rodney Pollock. He's our manager.
Oh, nice.
And so he played the part of the janitor there, and then he was also the ref and then the scorekeeper. So we had him do the 3-role thing too, because we were doing our double roles. So
it's kind of even though it has basketball, it's a homage to, remember Smells Like Teen Spirit when they did it in like a gymnasium. Obviously, it wasn't funny, but it was in a gymnasium. And so are you guys basketball fans?
I am. Our drummer Gary is. John, our bass player, I think he is too. Zach probably the least out of the 4 of us.
Everyone likes basketball except I don't know. I like skateboarding. That's about it.
What do you like skateboarding?
I just never got into traditional sports, but
yeah, I like watching basketball, especially now with the playoffs and things.
Yeah, this is when it starts. This is when it's fun. Yeah,
I'm happy that LeBron is not in there.
Yeah, a lot of people are, man. A lot of people are. He's been just a consistent cog in that sort of playoff atmosphere, and it's I don't know. I've grown to kind of respect him a little bit more over the years, but like 5, 10 to 10 years ago, oh my God, I hated his guts. I hated him because he was
I think he has no more to prove, and actually he's better. He's not bad like acting. At least he's better than Michael Jordan in acting. At least.
He's better than Michael Jordan at being a dad too. But
Probably.
Sorry, MJ, you're the greatest. Okay.
I don't think he's gonna watch this. So
I don't think so either.
Yeah, we're good.
But if he does,
I love you, MJ. Please. Okay.
So let's talk about upcoming concerts. Obviously, it's not the flyer that I've been showing. You are not playing in Minneapolis on September 16th and the 17th. But I know you guys have some upcoming shows. So what are the plans that you have between shows and at the moment?
Right now, we got a couple things cooking that we're working on. We're doing at the end of this month, we're doing a benefit. There are 4 Chicago venues that have been kind of pillars of like the punk and metal community here. Reggie's Rock Club, Livewire Lounge, Cobra Lounge, and Liars Club. And so there is basically a 3-day weekend where there are shows happening at each one of those venues every night. Large groupings of a lot of our peers and a lot of different bands on the scene. And so we're playing Sunday night at Reggie's with Yakuza, which we're looking forward to.
Nice.
It's a benefit. What's that?
That's where did you say that's in
Sunday
Illinois?
night, May 1st, at Reggie's Rock Club. And we're playing with Yakuza, and it's a COVID benefit, basically. It was supposed to
Nice.
happen earlier in the year, and then the last COVID spike, at least in Chicago, kind of prevented it. And so, yeah, basically all the money's going towards, the venues and
Yeah.
things like that.
But
So,
where are you guys located? Are you? I thought I heard Illinois.
we're in Chicago, yeah.
Oh, you're in Chicago. Yeah, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a friend over there. It's nice town. A lot Riot Music Festival. I would love to go to that
Oh
festival.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
Chicago in the summertime, man, like there is something to be said for that. I think a lot of, it's arguably the best, summer city in the States, I think. So the winters can suck a big fat one, but the
Yeah,
summers are fun. So
yeah. I need to go someday.
yeah.
So for you guys, when you're not playing music or things like that, what else do you like to do on your spare time?
Ooh.
Couple hobbies right now. I've been doing a lot of planting. Got some
Nice.
sunflowers going, some morning glories, some flowers.
You need to teach me how, because I tried gardening a few years ago, and let's just say that the garden died in a few days.
Okay.
I could never do it. What about you, Anthony? Besides, the singing.
Wow. I stay very busy, but like actual fun hobbies and stuff like that. I've gotten more into cooking and getting a little bit more adventurous in some of the things that I cook. I've been really getting into wine the past year too,
Nice, yeah.
and trying to develop more of a palate, compared to some of the wine I used to drink, not that long ago. That was really bad. So
You need to call Maynard from Tool.
yeah, I do.
So
Yeah,
he can show you.
I'll call him right now. Let me just pull him
Yeah,
up.
call him. I'm like Maynard, show me your vineyard. Like, I went to a Tool show in Miami like a month and a half ago,
Oh yeah.
and they're awesome live, but Maynard can just be like a total tool. Like the fans, like they're like, don't take pictures, don't do anything, and I'm like, okay, like, and at the end they're like, okay, you can like upload. I'm like, yes, I can upload and something for the channel, but yeah, if you haven't seen them, they're pretty amazing live. So on that respect, if you would, what would be like a dream, like the dream tour that you would be like, okay, I'll go tomorrow, I gotta play that tour?
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That could be a lot of different bands, right?
That would be a lot of different. I mean, at least for me personally, like for bands that are active right now, it's hard to think of someone better than.
Yes, they need to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tool would be a good fit. That would make me very happy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I would dig that too. I think, oh gosh, I mean, there's so many. This is sort of fun. We played this 70,000 tons of metal cruise a couple years ago, right before the pandemic. And one of the acts on there was Devin Townsend. But
oh my God, yeah.
They were specifically playing like a strapping set, like Strapping Young Lad. And so the thought of obviously like going on tour with them would be great. But like I think there's a long list of bands that I think we pair well with. But then also, yeah, just in general, we would go on tour with a lot of those different bands for sure. So
yeah, no, there's many bands, and since you guys play, like, it can be called progressive, it can call degen, but you go on different styles on the album. You think you could fit in different type of bills, and it would sound great and not out of place. But yeah, I gotta say, like, I was I'm very impressed with the album. I try to think. I think a friend of mine told me, like, check these guys out, because I like different styles of music, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds awesome. And so I really wanted talk to you guys and discuss a little bit about this album. That it's, I think it's an album that for fans of progressive metal, djent, and different styles, it can be enjoyed, and obviously great lyrics to it, and all around fun.
Thank you,
So
man.
yeah, it's really good album. And for people who want to get the album, I saw that on Bandcamp there's limited copies, I think color variants, correct?
Yes, yeah, we actually just got the vinyl. The vinyl shortages in recent years have been difficult, so we didn't have them for Zach. I think is going to get his, actually. We didn't have the vinyl.
Show it, please.
Yeah, we didn't have the vinyl by the time we got the release show, and I think the label was using a factory out of the Czech Republic. It's one of the largest in the world.
Yeah, that's the album.
Yeah. Now we got it, so for people who want it, definitely hit us up, because it came out looking really nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting one for me.
yeah, dude, for sure. We'll hook it up. But yeah, no, it's cool to finally have it. I think, yeah, they did a great job with just the look of it too.
No, yeah, it looks so right now, like it's obviously I started getting into vinyl in 2020.
Oh yeah.
With the pandemic, I always wanted like a vinyl player and vinyl, but they're so expensive. So when I could afford one, I got it. And you go down like a rabbit hole. And I like to get newer stuff, and obviously I love the 90s, so I like getting 90s stuff.
Yeah.
I got like 5 Deftones albums on.
Oh, cool.
That box set that they did for the White Pony. It's really amazing. It has some other, like, of the tracks, more remakes and things, but it's really cool. So yeah.
What's your favorite Deftones record?
Might say, I love White Pony, but I think Diamond Eyes is so it's an album that it can go right up there, because it was so impressive that after Chi had the coma and they bounced back. I'm hoping to someday listen to Eros, that they can put out that music. And it's just so sad that it's sad that they got rid of Sergio. I thought Sergio was cool with the band. But yeah,
I saw that I think they got a new bass player, but then also another backup guitarist too, I think.
I don't know the guitarist, but I saw the the bass player, because they're going on that tour that was supposed to go 2 years ago with Gojira.
Gojira right now, yeah.
But it's not coming near me, so.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
So.
Well, yeah. Just to advertise that's another band we'd absolutely go on tour with. So.
Oh yeah, let's put the word out there. Like Deftones, you like take Without Waves on tour. Yeah, that would be awesome. Opening for Gojira and Deftones. They're both awesome, so that would be great.
Absolutely, I love both those bands. So.
Yeah, no, they're all great. So, what are the plans for the near future for the band right now? Going on tours, maybe festivals? Do you already have material for new stuff, or are you gonna tour a little bit and maybe then work on some more new music?
We've got some stuff in the works here. Like we plan on doing some touring here. Nothing to announce just yet, but we would.
Okay.
Yeah, we plan to get out there.
That's a good thing. Yeah. So guys, I want to thank you again for taking some time to talk with me. And we know that we got to go to Minnesota to watch that show. Definitely. Yeah, it's funny. If you look at that flyer, I'm not going to show it. There's a lot of names that I have no idea who they are. But yeah, good for them up there in Minnesota. But yeah, so thank you again, for taking the time to talk with me and, talking a little bit more about comedians. So guys, people are watching. If you like progressive metal with djent and experimentation, check out Without Waves Comedian, because you won't be disappointed. So until next time, this is Hector the Shield on a couch. I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.